Might be difficult for Perfect if they are going to head up there, but never mind. So the Jax jungle will be confirmed, but that's a Twisted Fate. Oh, that's a
Oh, perfect.
That would be some spicy tech. This wouldn't. That's an Udyr.
It's just Udyr.
Yeah. We'll see how it is going to go. Maybe Pyoshik's going to help him out. I am not entirely sure, but let's jump onto the Rift for game 1. Made me very sad. As BDD and Chovy, this is a matchup as old as time. This is actually one that Chovy's been very good at in the past. On the other side is Orianna. I remember he just walked at Showmaker and killed him in lane a couple of years ago.
He's falling for the scams.
Well, Chovy doesn't have very much of the blue things that allow him to do spells, but he does have a cow, and there's a flash. BDD going to answer it. Good reaction time there as Pyoshik just a little bit late on the play. As Perfect looks like he's been kind of okay as far as like keeping his health bar high, but the CS numbers are not very fun.
Oh, has hold up Chovy.
Yeah, Chovy's at 400 health. This is a little bit dangerous. Does have to flash. Will do so. His barrel delivering some minions towards his mid laner. So a lot of protection here for BDD. Yeah, so the Wolf Camp is where Pyoshik is. Now going to be moving down. Looking to see what he can actually do here. Control ward goes down. Pyoshik slinks into the mist. This could be a 50-50, although Pays is Kalista. And so that does generally shy away from that. Lahens and Barrel, some support of combat towards the bottom side as the arrow is going to steal it away. There's the counter-strike, and Pyoshik just heartbreakers out of that one. Headbutt back, and that is going to be first blood going over to Pays. Dragon for Tree is the trade. Came through a little bit at the same time as, okay, Chovy trying to get himself out of there. Very narrowly. Wanting to collect the experience if he can. Plates going over to BDD. As, okay,
oh, it was a bait!
Going to be coming in. Does have a blast cone. And Keen is now looking for Perfect, who just interrupted his destiny, which was rude, but was necessary.
As BDD still waiting.
Yeah, and Yoshik's
trap
moving over as well.
The Lance is here. I don't think this is working.
They're not going to be killing anyone, but they're not going to be able to get the crash either.
Interesting. I don't know. Too
like,
many.
Because then you just divide it by 52, right?
Yeah. And it will work.
It might be a canasta pack though, so maybe it's not 52. Maybe
that
it's like closer to double.
Was about as well played as.
So they're going to go towards as Orb comes down, visits Keen there as the Drake is going to be secured by Canyon. So one apiece now as Lahens looks to go in. There's the shockwave onto Canyon, but he has a counter strike and is looking to get himself out. The Nature's Grasp is there. Pays pulls out the cow and gets himself over the wall, and they all make the great escape.
The poke from Deft needs to land.
Yeah.
BDD on the flank.
Chovy also looking for the opportunity as Destiny comes out. It's the power of Twisted Fate. He can take so much control. At least the arrow did hit onto Lahens. It's now Keen on that flank angle. Oh, that pulverize just massive there from Lahens. And now he can try and go for it once again, perhaps. Lahens not actually going to rearrange himself all that well as Chovy goes in. Empress divides a little bit late, but it is enough as he takes down Barrel, and now Pays is just hopping mad. It's more kills going over to Keen as well, and Gen G destroy them. Okay.
I think Senna might have been the problem in the previous series between these two teams.
Is Pyoshik going to be okay? He heartbreaks. There's a flash, and a few more cards do come out. Keen empties the deck and is going to be able to take the solo kill onto Pyoshik. 3-0-1 now for this Twisted Fate. Okay.
Just trusting the auto lock-in. And we mean because now the game is actually just kind of done.
Well, there's a headbutt back onto Perfect, who's relatively tanky. Chains of Corruption somehow managed to find a gap within those 4 people. I'm not even mad, I'm impressed.
He has a deck of cards. I'm sure he moonlights as a magician. You can't tell me Twisted Fate hasn't done a magic show or two.
I just feel like he's a bit too, cool for that.
Magic is cool.
Oh, is it? I've forgotten. Okay, there's a headbutt back onto Pyoshik. He is in, I was going to say trouble, but he's in the death chamber. There was no escaping it. Can't even do any of your stealthy shenanigans because Destiny, that's just an R button pressed by Keen. Coming into today, I did think that our first series was going to be the more faster one.
Naturally.
And I feel I may have been misinformed. And there is a Hex Flash headbutt pulve onto Barrel. Not necessarily the greatest target, but he is going to have to get himself out of there. Utilizes the Twisted advance back to the Nexus turrets, but that will just leave the inhibitor exposed in the mid lane. This is about as by the book as you can get. As okay, here's the engage from KT. They're going to go for it. Lahen's Unbreakable Will does come on down. And KT, that's about it. That engage didn't quite work out, and now Perfect, he's going to be taken down. Beryl gets a shield, but it's not going to be enough. Oh, the Fate's Call is massive. The follow-up with the Pulverize from Lahen's is glorious. An instant triple kill there from Pays. They'll now celebrate by taking down these Nexus turrets, and the Nexus will follow. Gen.G, probably one of the most one-sided games that we've seen. What do you create with the camera?
What about the boom boom damage vote?
Oh, see, it all kind of lines up.
I just love that the more I see of Kalista, the more I become convinced that just the same way that we see with Guma, where like it's not about him, it's about what it allows your support to do.
Oh, absolutely.
It's a great example of it.
It's the same as Senna.